I was going to try to record as soon as possible, but yeah, this week has not been easy. But hey, if you don't know me, my name is Ashley, and this is my video podcast because I don't think it's a podcast, but hey, whatever floats your boat, okay? Um, I have all the links down in the description box below of my social medias, Ravelry, Instagram, Facebook, and I think that's it. Yeah, you can find me there. And you can see pictures and stuff like that, but I usually don't say any of my names in social media. So yes, let's get started. So I actually did finish, how many objects? Oh, I finished one object that is crocheted, and I finished a sewn object as well. So I'm going to start with that so you can actually see it. No, I'm lying to you. I finished 3 objects. 1 crocheted, 1 knitted, and 1 sewn. So I'm going to show you the first one that I finished, that it's going to be knitted. So I actually finished my Mother's Day socks. This sock blocker is from a video from Erin, Give Me Yarn for 1/8 here on YouTube. Let's see. Socks. Go. So these socks, let me show you in this pretty sock blocker. So this sock right here is made with Deborah Norville sock yarn that I bought, I think $1.19 each ball. So I knit 2 socks at a time, so I made them both at the same time. The cuff right here is some yarn mini skein. I think it was a 10-gram mini skein that I divided in 5-gram each. So the cuff didn't even take the 5 grams completely. And I don't know the name because it wasn't a swap, so I really don't know what it is, but it's really nice. It's a really nice yarn. It is a 72 stitch cast on socks, both of them, obviously. And I did the gusset, regular slip, and knit flap with a gusset heel here. That's how I like to do them. And a round toe, which I use the pattern of the Rose City rollers. I didn't use the pattern for the ribbing because it doesn't have a ribbing, so there were more vanilla socks shorties. The ribbing I did use the Rose City roller ones because I usually don't make a lot of socks and I forget how they go. But this time I read the book two socks at a time. I found the book, they have it on KnitPicks. I think it's $14.99. I found it at Issuu, which is a website or an app on your phone that you can download. It's ISSUU. I think that's how you spell it. If not, I'll put it here. And I found the book How to Knit 2 Socks at a Time, and I actually made the flaps of the socks at the same time, the heels of the socks at the same time, which I have not done with the ones I did for my husband. I did not do that because I didn't know, so I did one flap and then the other one, but I actually did both of them at the same time. I was super ecstatic. I still did a mistake because I'm still a newbie at making socks. So I was supposed to finish in a wrong side, and I finished on the wrong side, on the right side, so it was hard for me to pick up the stitches on both socks. So I actually had to knit across one sock and across the other one, and then flip the stitches again to the other needle so I can actually start picking up stitches on one needle and then the other. I did not cast them on as well as my first socks. which there were 2 at a time, but you cast on half the stitches of one, and then you cast off all the stitches for the other one, and then you cast on the other half of the second sock, of the first sock. I actually follow Mina Phillips' pattern. I don't watch her podcast, so I don't know. I know her name is Mina Phillips because they mention her a lot, but I don't actually watch her podcast. So I use her technique, which is make the cuff of both of them, knit the cuffs until the required length you want in DPNs, and then you put them on the and then you put them on your circular needles to magic loop them. I did that. I did like the technique, but I think I like more the cast on half and then cast the full. I don't know, for me, I'm weird. I like, I guess, more complicated techniques. But as I was reading the book and then I did her cast on, and in the book they suggest the other cast on, it was a little confusing for me that after that. But the picking up the stitches around the gusset and everything was the same. I just made a little boo-boo. But I think it gave it more room in the heel anyways, and they're not for me. This as well is, this stripe right here is another mini skein that I had in this pink color, because it has pops of like this bright pink and gray, and these colors actually my mom picked them out before she left when she came for Christmas, and they're for her. And I know she doesn't watch the podcast, she doesn't even know how to work the computer that well, so it's gonna be okay. There are 72 stitches, and I cast them on 2.5 needles. And I think the Deborah Norville sock yarn, it's really lightweight for a sock needle. It's almost lace weight. It's really tiny. I think if they don't fit me because I'm a 60 stitch sock person. But if I was going to use, which I have a lot of it, again, I'm going to use a smaller needle instead of a 2.5 to get tighter, because I think it's a little loose. I don't know if you can see, but I think it's a little loose. I did block them and everything, and I soaked them. There's a picture on Instagram of them. But yeah, but I am really happy. I don't have this problem, which some people have, that their gauges change depending on the sock. This one looks looser because I have to redo this sock blocker again because I made it smaller. I'm going to actually trace this one and do this one. But they are both the same length, and I try them on my smaller foot, which is the same shape as my mom's. And they fit perfectly. They have room and everything. They always say to do the toe after it reaches the base of your little toe. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, your little toe. I usually knit a little bit more when it reaches like my fingernail over there, because my toe is really long. I guess it's a little toe. My toe is really big and long, and if I knit till the base of that little toe, it's gonna be too short. My socks are gonna be too tight on my feet. And then I have the problem that my other foot is too big. All my fingers are too long, all my toes are too long in that foot. So I'm thinking the first socks I did, which are kind of like mittens, like slippers, one of them is bigger than the other. So I usually put the smaller one because I didn't measure or put stitch markers or anything. I was just winging it out and whatever. So I put the smaller one on my smaller feet, the smaller sock, and then I put the larger one on my larger foot. But if I'm going to do 2 socks at a time for me, I think I'm going to do them with the size of my bigger foot, because if I do them with a smaller foot, which has the shorter toes and everything, they're not gonna fit me on the other foot. That's all I want to say. But if you have that problem, leave me a comment because I want to know what you do. Yeah, if you make them one at a time, you know, you can make one bigger than the other one, and then when you put them on, you know which one is which. But I make them two at a time, so I am going to take the measurements for my bigger foot and make them that big, and they're still gonna be comfy on my smaller foot. Which the only difference is the toes are longer on the other foot, and the other one has shorter, all like symmetrical toes. I'm weird. I just revealed something very personal to you guys. But yes, I finished these ones and I think they're pretty cute. I'm sorry I cannot help you, but I don't know if they still, I bought this at Joann's. I don't know if they still have that yarn. But yeah, I explained everything and I think I was pretty precise. The needles were Hiya Sharps 2.5s, 40-inch cable. There you go. I told you everything. Yay! The other thing I finished, which I finished just a few hours ago, with another bunny kid. And this is my little caramel bunny kid. She has polka dots. I haven't put the tail on, so she is finished. I just have to do the tail and that's it. Put blusher, and she has the smaller eyes as I told you in the last video. She has the 6mm eyes instead of 8mm. Her hair is black. She is a turquoise color. And for the skin, I use light brown or golden brown from Red Heart. This is a color as well from Red Heart. I don't have the label for it, but yes. The fabric I bought at Michael's is just one of those fat quarters because I don't need a lot of it. And there she goes. There she is. And the pattern is from Amigurumi Collection, the book. They have it. It's $20 and they have it at Joann's. And I do recommend it. It is written in UK terminology, so it's going to say double crochet, but it's really a single crochet. It does tell you that when it tells you how to make a double crochet. If you look at the schematics of it, it will tell you when you see what they're doing in the design and the diagram. There you go. In the diagram, you're gonna notice is a single crochet. That's how I knew. I was like, but wait, this doll is made in single crochet. Why does it say double crochet? And then I was like, I looked at it, and then I looked at the front of it where it says the price, and it says made in the UK, and I'm like, God is written in UK terminology. So yes, I do love her. I did tell you in the last video that I changed up what the pattern says. It tells you to cut the fabric with pinking shears and sew a back stitch for the ears and fold the fabric. Here I'm using a blanket stitch. Let me see if you can actually see it here. So I'm using a blanket stitch and I put fray check around the fabric, which I cut right to the edge where I needed it. You can see the hair. I actually, the hair I actually changed up the design as the it's written in the pattern because I don't know how to do that hair. So this one is more easy for me to make. It's easier for me to make than the other one that they suggest how to do, and they don't even tell you how to actually do it correctly. So just do whatever hairstyle you feel like doing. You should be okay. But I'm doing girls with bangs like this, and then they have like little hairs on the side like that. little hairs. So you know they're girls. And the boy, I have the boy here. The boys are gonna have just the bangs. And the girls are gonna be like this. Bunny babies. And the boy has the tail. I just haven't put the tail here. But she's finished. To me, she is a finished object. Sorry, I have my computer on another setting, not in the table at all. So I can actually have some lighting because it's 9:46, almost 10. And other finished objects, I finished this. I used it already. It's my Beauty and the Beast project bag with a little, what do you call these? Forget the name. You put all your stitch markers and stuff like that. I forget the name. If I remember. This is just some fabric that was left from the bag. I made this with a half a yard of fabric. The pattern, I have no pattern. I just look some pictures, look at some things on Pinterest, and winged it. That's how you do it. You wing it, and you make it out of your brain. I did struggle a little bit figuring out what to do, what not to do, and stuff like that. I put a little zipper pull, which has a rose here with purple beads, which are kind of clear glass, and they coordinate really well. I put my label on. I put a pink, kind of fuchsia color zipper because it brings out a lot of you can use, it has so many colors. You can use green, you can use purple, blue, pink, but pink to me, it had more pink, so it brings out more of the pink, I think, using that. But it's lined with the same fabric all around the edges and everything. It's the same fabric. Yeah. I did not know how to do this bag, so I was freaking out because I might have made a mistake, but it was for me, so whatever. The thing with these bags is you actually show your seams. So I actually put some fray check in my seams here, in my seams, and I zigzagged all of them first, all the seams I zigzagged, and I put some fray check. The only seams I covered up were the ones in the bottom part because the plastic is there and you can actually see the white part, and I didn't like that. Especially I didn't know what I was doing, so yes. I put some fabric here in the zipper. And if you're going to try to do it, you can actually use a 9-inch zipper and it'll work perfectly because you're adding that extra fabric, so you don't need a 14-inch zipper or anything. A 9-inch zipper will work perfectly for this bag. The vinyl I got from the remnants of those vinyl scraps they put on Walmart. The problem with that is some of them have holes, and you don't know it because they just wind them up all together and they scrunch it up, and you don't know if it's going to be good or not. So it's a hit or miss. But you can actually get plenty usable material for $2, and you can make a bunch of bags like this. Or you can even just line the zipper area with the fabric and make the rest vinyl. I use Nicole Hugh Logos pattern, the holiday bag, and then the rest I just winged it. I just used the size measurements, and then I guesstimated how big the square was going to be. I did another one which ended up better because I actually cut the plastic smaller and made the bottom bigger, and the seams actually met each other here in the bottom, and I was really, really, really proud of that. And I use Freylock by E6000 brand, and it was better than the other one. Better. The problem with that is you actually have to put a paper inside when you're going to iron it, so you give it the fold for the square part, because if not, it will stick to your vinyl. And to take the wrinkles out of the vinyl when it's folded like that, just steam it. Don't put your iron on top of it, like touching. Just steam it where your iron is close enough, but it's not touching the plastic, and those creases will relax a lot. As you can see, this one doesn't have a lot of creases anymore. And there's different weights of vinyl. So I don't recommend using the really, really thick one, nor the really, really light one. It has to be in between. This one is a little thicker. I bought the lighter one, a little lighter one. It's still, but it's more flexible, so it works better. So a medium size vinyl, medium weight vinyl, I recommend that if you're gonna wing it out like I did. So those are my finished objects. I'm going to show you now my whip, which I only have one whip. This is a cardigan I started. It's an order. It's made with Heartland. The color, I will have to write it down here. And it is black and it has a speckly kind of grayish black color. This is the pattern Cecilia, and it is free on Ravelry. I have it in my project page. It is meant to be for 2 strands of sock weight yarn together, so it's a DK yarn, and I'm doing it with a worsted. I changed the needles for the ribbing to a 4.5 and the needles for the bodies to a 5mm needle. That's what I'm doing. I am in the arm increases, and I hope to show you more on my next video. Yes. I don't have a lot to show you. And those are my Knit Picks nickel plated interchangeable needles in a 40-inch cable. That's what I'm using right now. In purchases, I purchased this cake right here. I love this color. It's so soft and squishy. These are one of the new colors that came out. There's, I think, 4 new colors. No, I'm lying to you. This is one of the 8 new colors. They took out 8 colors and then they put new 8 colors. So this one is the strawberry truffle. Strawberry? Yeah, strawberry truffle, but it has no strawberry. It's not pink at all. As you can see, it's orange, grays, and cream colors, which is pretty beautiful. This is an 80-20 yarn, and it is a worsted, so it's 80% acrylic and 20% wool. They do have, I think, 4 new colors: the chocolate mint, the lavender sorbet or something, or lavender parfait or something like that. I did like the lavender one, but I bought that one too, but I don't have it. So yes, here we go. It's beautiful. In other purchases, I purchased some Red Heart Super Saver because I'm planning to do the brother for the girl I finished. He's gonna be orange. And this is the color pumpkin. He's gonna be orange and camel. So yes, I'm gonna do that one. That color. Let me go over here. In other purchases, I purchased these 2 fabric squares for my bunny kids. I'm calling them that, but they're really bunny dolls. But I named them, I make them, I name them however I please. So they're my bunny kids. So this is like a leopard, pink leopard fabric. And this is a black and white and gray triangles. I think they're fun for kids. It's black and gray. I can make the kid red and make him wear black and red or gray, or make him gray and put this fabric on, and vice versa. And this one I can make her white, and I want more neutral colors because I don't really care. They can be whoever. They can please whichever they like better. And I bought these. They were $2.49 on sale, but I did get my squares at Michael's for cheaper, $1.99. Plus, I have my employees discount, so I get them for a lot cheaper than that. But they don't have a lot of variety. I think they had a few that I liked, that polka dot one and then the camel. They brought a few new ones, but I want smaller prints because I'm used to using a little tiny piece of fabric. So I don't want a big bunch of fabric, which I don't need. Yes. And other purchases, remember if I told you the buckets that you could use, like you can see in the back here, I have my cans and buckets full. These are my Tunisian crochets. Those are cans. And I have buckets, as you can see on my shoulder right here, with my knitting needles, my bamboo knitting needles, straight knitting needles. And then I found these at Dollar Tree. They are 3 for $1. They are pretty big. They're bigger than the buckets I have and the ones they sell at Michael's. And I think they're pretty good. I am definitely going to replace those ones back there with these, which match my curtains and stuff like that. I do love them. And they're plastic. So yes. And I think they have them in red, fuchsia, and this kind of minty green color. But I think you can find them. It depends the Dollar Tree that you have near you, and you can check it out. Pretty good deal. 3 for $1, which usually you pay $1.99 for one. I think it's a score. And then I bought at Joann's as well. Okay, the purpose of this, I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to tell you the story. But I bought the vinyl fuse flexible iron-on vinyl protector. I have a bunch of vinyl, guys. There's a little corner with vinyl there because my husband decided you should do some bags for the farmer's market. So I'm gonna do some vinyl bags. They might be simpler than the one I have, or I might do like 2 of the ones like the one I made, and then the rest is just gonna be simple vinyl, or it's gonna be fabric covered with vinyl fuse, or fabric just vinyl sewn to the fabric and then sewn together and put an interfacing and stuff like that. Because not everybody who's gonna buy stuff from me is gonna use it for knitting. They're gonna use it for makeup, lunch boxes, I don't know, to carry any knickknack or anything. Keep their personal stuff like hygienic woman towels or things. So I wanted to make some of these because I have some cute Rocco Modern Lives fabrics, some Rugrat fabrics, and I want to cover them, if not with this, with the vinyl, the regular vinyl, because this is really expensive. It's $11.99. I use a 50% off coupon, but it's still expensive. It makes them waterproof and everything. So I have dogs, I have a kid, so I'm thinking this is a way to go with my personal project bags. I might do some smaller ones to sell covered with this vinyl, or just the regular one, because it's really expensive and I don't want to sell something for too much money. I actually made a swap with Erin. Give me her for 1.8. So we swapped some bags. I made her one of those window bags because I was the one with the idea of, hey, I'll make you a bag. And then she said, do you want to make a swap? And that's how it went. So yes, I made her one of the bags, and then I sent her bunch of stuff because when I swap, I just go like crazy. I'm a little cuckoo, but you know, my mind just goes like, and I want to buy everything for the other person, and just what do I want? What do they need? Everything just goes in my mind, everything. So if you received it, I hope you liked everything, Erin, because I always give too much. I I don't know. I wanted her to have a good swap and good things. So because my bag was a little iffy, I know she makes quality bags to sell. I still have to perfect my bags before I sell them. My zipper pudding is horrible. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. It depends. I need somebody to teach me how to sew a zipper. Like a person, not a video. Just put your hands here. Do it like this. uh, and um, it like the bag ended up cute and everything, but for me, I don't know. For somebody who makes bags and sell them, my mediocre job to gift them my mediocre job, I guess I wanted to compensate. That's how you can put it. But I think it went out pretty good. Plus, my daughter did not let me work at all. She was just putting my anxiety over the roof. She was being very loud, very obnoxious while I was trying to sew, and I need concentration, quiet, and everything so I can sew in peace. She got me really nervous, and everything went downhill from there. But I think I did a pretty good job. I had to redo it because then I burned the plastic while I was ironing, so I had to rip it all out and redo it. It's not your fault, Erin. It's my fault. I have to sew when my daughter's sleeping after 9 p.m. That's the time. After 8, when she's sleeping, go downstairs and sew. That should be my motto. And knit. Because lately she's been, the only thing I can do while she's around me is make those crochet bunny babies, bunny kids, because I have her. She puts my anxiety a little bit over the roof. And then I have my nephews who just bump it up 3 times more. So I can't concentrate while I'm knitting and reading a pattern because I'm still new at knitting it. Sometimes I get confused and my brain doesn't think, and kids are asking me for juice, snacks, telling me their problems. Just imagine a house full of toddlers screaming at you, telling you everything, their problems, who hit the other one, who threw that, I want a juice, I want a snack, I'm hungry, I'm poop. But enough of that. Just busy mommy life. She gifted me this, which it is Thimble and Thread Make. It is beautiful. I think her store on Etsy is Southpaw Creations, is it? So I don't think she made this. I think she bought it when she went to Stitches. She bought it for me, so I love it. Look at the owls and the little everything. The little sleepy fox. Oh, I love it. And it is really pretty. And it's perfect for when I go on my vacay. I will take it with me and have some socks. Because I'm going to knit myself some socks. I will. And then she sent me some tea. This is peppermint, caffeine-free herbal tea. And thank you so much because I can't drink coffee. I drink decaf, which is not really coffee. I love it. It is so pretty, so well made. And if you did it, thank you. I still love it. Anyways, if you did it or if you bought it, it's beautiful. But I know she usually doesn't make her bags with handles. So I think she bought it for me and I do appreciate that and I love it. I love it a lot. And then I got some squishy yarn. Some squishy. It's so delicious. Erin, you have good tasting yarn. I love squishy yarn too. Soft and squishy. It is a 2-ply yarn. Oh, and it is Inspiration Dye Works. Fluffy Plus. I guess that's the base of this. It's the Fluffy Plus base, which is an 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. It has 400 yards, 100 grams, enough for 2 socks. Care hand, machine wash gentle, air dry. And the colorway is the Knitting Samurai +1. And it has, I hate when the camera does that. Can you see that? The hints of purple. So I'll describe it for you because the cameras are colorblind and they're poopy poop. Right. So it has like a dark navy blue kind of purple color. It has purple as well in between here, and then the color that you can see really good is like this teal blue here, but it does have purple and the dark, it's kind of like a dark purplish blue color in between next to the other one. It's so beautiful. I don't know, it looks like a self-striping yarn. Don't know. It's a surprise, I guess, but it has consistent stripes. So for me, I think it's a self-striping yarn, and I love those because they're fun to knit. I am on this day that for Mother's Day, I'm gonna get some self-striping yarn for me. That's gonna be my gift. I was thinking of, well, if you know any dyer who dyes Doctor Who self-striping sock yarn, leave me a comment, please, because I need it for my husband. He wants that for his birthday, so I need to make him some socks, Doctor Who based. And then I was going to buy some Harry Potter yarn because I love Harry Potter, and those socks are going to be for me. But then I was looking at Etsy. I don't want to make an Etsy account to buy some yarn. And then I thought, well, I should go to the Loopy U today, but I did not, and they closed at 5. So I'm going tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to find any Harry Potter self-striping yarn there. But I'm gonna buy some rainbow bright neon colored sock yarn. It's still gonna make me happy. Someday I'll have my Harry Potter socks. I might ask for some of it in my Christmas swap if I can't find it anywhere. I did find a dyer which has her own website, those are super good because I don't have to make an account or anything. I just have to purchase and that's it. And I'm done. And I like those. And I want to buy a lot of things from Etsy, but I really don't want to make an account right now. I'm just that person. I'm a horrible person. Well, give me a second. I bought something else. Be right back. And here I am. And here I am. So, I bought my first, Hue Loco yarn. Hue Loco. Which is crazy color. Well, it is. And I love this. She actually put them on sale, and I was like, I'm going for that. I'm grabbing them right now. If you can see them, they are all speckly. They have green, red, yellow, not red, like pink, fuchsia, pink speckles, greens. All of them have all those cute speckles on them. And it's super nice. I wanted some, I forget what you call this, tweed. I wanted some tweed sock from her because I saw it at my sister knits here in Colorado, and I wanted it so bad, but I prefer to buy it from the actual dyer than the store. I just wanted to touch her yarn and see it because I need to see it and touch it and say, I want this in my life. Not just see it on the website and say, okay, it looks pretty, but how does it feel? I have to look at it, touch it, and say, I can buy from this person online again. Yes. So it's a tweed sock. It's an 80, 85, 15 superwash merino nylon nep. Fingering weight, 2 ply, 438 yards or 100 grams. Mrs. suggested needle size 0 to 2 needle, 2 size needles. Gentle cycle, dry flat. Colorway is Easter basket scent. So yes, I bought these for me for Easter, and they are all beautiful because I need my Easter basket. So this is my Easter basket set. And she is the Inda dyer from here from Colorado. And I know people know her around the US and some other parts of Canada as well, because she is amazing, and she's been dyeing the Grocery Girls colorway, which is the tightly knit sets, which are the Grocery Girl colorways. And she's been dyeing for the new So Faded sweater as well. She's been making sets. So yeah, I bought my first Hue logo, and I think I will buy more, but first I have to knit this, so next year I'll wear them. My socks. I'm thinking I'm gonna make socks, maybe stripy socks. It's gonna be a pain, but yeah. If you have any videos on how to stripe your own socks, just let me know, because I want to learn, and I am curious, and I want to do it. Hope you guys have an amazing weekend and week, and I'll see you next time, whenever that next time may be, because I'm going on vacation. And if you want to see whatever I'm doing, just go on Instagram, because you're gonna have a kick when you see where I'm going. Yeah. So my tummy's making noises. I'm weird. So as always, remember to do what you love, and then I'll see you next time. Bye.